What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and a fourth federal level stimulus check, let's say of $2,000. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that one is necessary right now with everything that's going on? And now we're hearing with the spread of the Omicron variant. Well, let me know your thoughts. And this is your stimulus check update. And we're starting to see articles coming out like this. Take a look. This one came out yesterday. Stimulus update. Will the Omicron variant necessitate a fourth stimulus check? As people are starting to ask, is this going to be cause for more stimulus provisions? Here's another one that came out just today. Will Omicron variant necessitate additional pandemic stimulus checks? As people are wondering what's going to be unfolding with this variant, as we are hearing that this is the most transmissible one that we have seen so far, and we're hearing it spreading across the globe. We're having lockdowns take place right now in Germany for anybody that is not vaccinated. And here in the United States, we've heard that there are already 2 cases that have been reported, the second of which was today in a man in Minnesota who just returned from a conference, an anime conference in New York, which sparked tons of concern across the nation. And we heard that the governor of New York has announced that they are preparing, that they believe that they're going to start seeing cases all throughout the state, and very likely from that convention, cases all across the nation. So it is likely already here, and people are wondering what is going to be taking place, and will it result in needing more stimulus provisions? Well, we had the president address this today, just a little while ago, and he said he does currently have a list of more items, more things that we're going to be doing, ways to combat this pandemic. I'm going to be sharing it with you and the actual video footage so you can see it for yourself, and we're going to be seeing what unfolds. Now, also, in an effort to get out more stimulus aid and provisions, we're hearing that stimulus checks are going out in various states and cities across the nation. Now, if you've missed those videos, I've done uploads on them. Check them out right after this one, as we're hearing that different states are sending this out, finally starting to reach out and grab that extra money that's available to them from the American Rescue Plan and starting to pass their own packages and, in some case, their own checks to lucky eligible residences. So be sure to check that out right after if you haven't seen those, so you can find out what might be available to you on state, city, county levels. But right now, let's take a look at the push for a fourth federal level stimulus check, what's going to be going on with the Omicron variant, and what President Joe Biden had to say. But first, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support on the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. If you're somebody that's interested in learning about personal finance or growing wealth, consider joining. I will pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link, go to the channel, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. And when we launch that closer to the end of the year, we're going to be sharing tons of content on that. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a really awesome channel that's going to help out a lot of people. But now let's dive into this, get you caught up on fourth checks. And first, do me a favor, smash the like button. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. Just lets the algorithm know that you appreciate the content. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, you can do so totally free. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and you will be a member of the viewing community, the Ram Fam. And if you got any specific questions that you want to send my way, Steve Ram, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop on Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with these articles, and then we're going to be taking a look at what President Joe Biden had to say. All right, so first up, link in the description below to this article that just came out today, and it says Congress and President Joe Biden, so far, they have been reluctant in giving more stimulus checks. However, the pandemic variant, Omicron, may necessitate the need for additional pandemic stimulus checks. Biden has already called the new virus variant a cause of concern. Now, Omicron is the newest pandemic variant that scientists recently identified. This variant was first identified in South Africa, and the World Health Organization has designated it as a concern, as it possibly could be more transmissible than earlier strains of the pandemic. Though more information on this new variant is awaited, early evidence suggests that it could be even more contagious and spread even faster than the Delta variant. Such concerns over this new variant have already given jitters to the global financial markets. Several countries, including the US, have already announced precautionary measures to slow the spread of Omicron. In response to Omicron's threat, Biden has already suspended travel from South Africa. Now, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the U.S. infectious disease expert, also raised concern on the new variant, saying that people should be prepared to do anything and everything to slow down the spread of the new variant. Though Fauci didn't favor lockdowns as of now, he did say that Americans need to be prepared for the worst to come. Now, even Biden doesn't see a need for lockdowns as of now if people are vaccinated and wear their masks, he said. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell also believes that the new variant could pose a risk to the economy. Greater concerns about the virus could reduce people's willingness to work in person, which would slow progress in the labor markets and intensify supply chain disruptions, Powell said in a testimony to the Senate earlier this week. Now, people are demanding for more checks at this very time. Omicron isn't a threat for now, but if it becomes one and authorities come up with more restrictions, it could slow down the economic recovery and revenue for businesses. Such a scenario may necessitate the need for an additional pandemic stimulus check. Meanwhile, several Americans have already begun calling for more stimulus checks because of Omicron. Omicron, I think that calls for another check, one Twitter user said. Even prior to Omicron, people were demanding for more checks. Change.org was a petition that has been asking for regular, monthly, reoccurring stimulus checks as long as the pandemic lasts and has already gotten almost 3 million signatures, about 1% of the population of the nation. People may be demanding for more stimulus checks, but only time will tell whether Omicron will force Biden to send out another pandemic stimulus check. Now, speaking of Biden, let's take a look at what he had to say just a little while ago on what's going to be unfolding as we battle the Omicron variant going into winter.
As they study the Omicron variant, that we have just 2 cases reported here in the United States. But as I explained on Monday, this new variant is cause for concern, but not panic. We knew there'd be cases of Omicron here in the United States, and it's here. But we have the best tools, the best vaccines in the world, and the best medicine, and the best scientists in the world. We're going to fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion. Just like we beat back COVID-19 in the spring and more powerful variant, Delta variant, in the summer and fall. As a result, we entered this winter from a position of strength compared to where America was last winter. Last Christmas, fewer than 1% of American adults were fully vaccinated. This Christmas, that number will be 72%, including more than 86% of seniors, the most vulnerable population. Last Christmas, our children were at risk without a COVID-19 vaccine. This Christmas, we have safe, effective vaccines for children aged 5 and older, with 20 million children and counting now vaccinated. Last year, a majority of our schools were closed at Christmas time in that area. Now, over 99% of our schools are open. But I pledge to always be straight and give it just straight from the shoulder as President of the United States and tell the American people exactly where we are. So here it is. Experts say the COVID-19 cases will continue to rise in the weeks ahead in this winter. So we need to be ready. You can read the whole plan we're talking about here at whitehouse.gov. Go to whitehouse.gov and it's all laid out in detail.
All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So link in the description below to whitehouse.gov if you'd like to read this for yourself. This just came out today from the president. Now, I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's pretty long, and so if you'd like to see all the details, feel free to help yourself to the link down below. But right now, I'm just going to be going through the list. And as I said, this came out today, briefing room of the White House. President Biden announces new actions to protect Americans against Delta and Omicron variants as we battle the pandemic this winter. Now, the plan includes the following 9 items. Number 1, boosters for all adults. Number 2, vaccinations to protect our kids and keep our schools open. Number 3, expanding free at-home testing for Americans. Number 4, stronger public health protocols for safe international travel. Number 5, protections in workplaces to keep our economy open. Number 6, rapid response teams to help battle rising cases. Number 7, supplying treatment pills to help prevent hospitalizations and death. Number 8, continued commitment to global vaccination efforts. And number 9, steps to ensure that we are prepared for all scenarios. So those are currently the action items that President Biden said will be put into place as of today. And we're going to be seeing what unfolds with Congress, the president, and this pandemic, and possibly stimulus checks. I will be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. So you guys, that is the latest. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button. It just takes a second, helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I'll keep you up to date, totally free. Come join the Ram fam, the viewing community. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM. DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and also consider joining the second channel if you like to learn about personal finance and growing wealth. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next video. I hope this reaches you well. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.